So Garden Time hasn't changed its, perspective on anything. You're looking at our feet because we're going to be talking about reflexology in gardens today, and I'm here with Rebecca Hurwood. And so, I've taken a fancy to this lately, and I would like to know from someone who teaches and understands this concept fully, can you give us some basic stuff to go on?
Yeah, Chinese foot reflexology is part of traditional Chinese medicine, and it's well over 3,000 years old. Yeah, so
that's older than my feet.
Yeah, just a little bit older than your feet. But the basic tenets of foot reflexology say that the foot is a microcosm or a map of the entire body, so that through your feet you can treat pretty much anything.
And the concept of walking on surfaces, what does that mean? What is that supposed to do for you?
Well, walking on different surfaces like the mosaic pathways here in the garden, it puts pressure on different points in your feet, different foot reflexology points. Again, if the entire body is mapped on your foot, by putting pressure and massaging different points on your feet, you can access those different parts of the body to affect change, increase
And if you're
circulation.
constantly working on soil or on like a sole of a shoe or a flat surface, you're not getting those pressure points touched all the way.
No, then you're getting even pressure all the time. When you have that same even pressure all the time, you're walking every day, all the weight of your body is getting pounded and pounded and pounded on your feet. So they need a little change sometimes.
Well, and that would make sense when you think of like the heels of your shoes wear on a certain level. Well, it only would do that if there was consistency on that slant. So that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So what would be something that someone like at home could do possibly if they couldn't make it down here to the gardens or don't have a reflexology path? Is there something we can do in our own gardens, our own homes to facilitate this?
Yeah, well, you can certainly sit and massage your feet yourself or have your partner or friend at home do that for you. Or you could set up a little pathway like this yourself. Put some stones into the ground. They wouldn't have to be set in anything. They just have to be stable enough that they're not going to move and be at different angles and different levels so that you can roll your feet on them. You can get foot massage tools. I'm sure you've probably seen those. It looks like a funny roller with kind of almost like spikes, but they're not spikes on it. And you can
a rolling pin on steroids.
Yeah, exactly. Buy the rolling pin on steroids. Roll your feet around a little bit, and that'll make a difference too.
So if you don't have these tools at home, you could certainly come down to the Portland Classical Chinese Gardens because there's a lot of different looking paths to me. And I thought it was all just visual up until I met you and we've discussed it. Can you tell us why some of them are different, for what reasons?
Well, the mosaic pathways here in the garden are all different traditional patterns. This one specifically is called Plum Blossoms on Cracked Ice. And you'll see as you walk through that some of them are bumpier than others, some of them are flatter than others, and you can use that to your advantage to stimulate different points and different pressures at different depths in your feet.
And that's just another reason for y'all to come out to the Portland Classical Chinese Gardens. I mean, if it wasn't enough to see all the beautiful plants that are constantly changing almost daily, now you have something to incorporate even more of your senses and your body with in this beautiful place. If you have more questions, we invite you to go to gardentime.tv, and there's also a website that you have, which is?
It's called allwayswell.com, ALLWAYSWELL.
So please go to either one of those, get some more information. Let's all take care of ourselves a little better, shall we? Thank you so much, Rebecca.
You're welcome. Thank you.